really shattered because I did not sleep well last night. Always, because I've had a week off work, so it's always like the pre-jitter, I've got to go back to work, I cannot sleep. So I apologise for my really dark eye bags. Hopefully I can try and get rid of those. I don't wear makeup for work because it's such a warm room that I get really sweaty, and the last thing I do is wear makeup because it just, I don't want to, my skin I just sweat constantly. So I actually thought I would do a challenge. I've been wanting to catch up with One Piece, and I obviously have work, I have my dissertation, but obviously I do need a bit of free time outside of that, and I thought, why not try and get through some One Piece volumes? So this is going to be like a realistic, how many One Piece volumes can I get through in a week? So obviously I will be talking about the arcs and stuff, but at the moment I am halfway through volume 34 because of the last arc. So I'm thinking I can get volume 34 finished today, hopefully. So I'm gonna have breakfast, and then I don't have to leave till like 8:30 because there's no traffic, because it's about 5 to 8 now. So yeah, that'll be the plan. So I'm gonna finish breakfast first. Hello, so I finished work maybe about 40 minutes ago, about an hour ago, and I got in about 40 minutes ago. Sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. It is really hot. Like, it is so muggy outside. I am not turning that off. But first things first, I read a couple of chapters on my lunch break at work, and I believe I only have one more chapter to go. So yes, I've got one more chapter, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try and get this finished tonight. So let's go. Before I do anything else, let's go. So I've just finished volume 34, so that's taken most of the day considering I did have work. But I'm actually think I'm going to enjoy this arc. So basically, as they've come to set sail, like after they've been frozen, they see this train that's on the tracks, and they see this old lady, and they go over to him. She tells them about all the different directions they can go, and they end up saying, oh, they're going this way, they're going, and she says that you're going to Water 7 because they're after a ship, right, to fix their ship. So they end up going in this massive city that has been built on water, essentially. Like, it's got a big history of shipbuilding, and they're exploring the city, and they come across the shipwright. And the basic premise I've taken away from the volume is that the Merry cannot be fixed. There's obviously like some antagonists with like this Frankie family, like they tried to rob them with the money, and then there's a guy that looks like Usopp, who is a shipbuilder, and he can jump around. I feel like he's got a devil fruit if he can jump around like that. Normally devil fruit users do that. So yeah, I'm liking like the history of like Water 7 and how how the Mr. Iceberg like built up the city and the presidents. And I kind of love the world building that's going on here. Like, obviously ships are a very reliable source of income, and but I did like the fact that they've included a train, because none of the crew have ever seen a train before. I mean, it even says that in the volume. So yeah, I think it's solid volume so far. I'm actually really enjoying it. I will be starting volume 35 hopefully soon. I have got a bunch of other things to do first before I can even attempt that. I have got my master's dissertation to do, so I need to start working on that. But yeah, and I'm going to the gym tonight, so that's another thing. So let's try and get all my stuff out the way, and hopefully tonight I can pick up volume 35. actually got round to volume 35 because I got swamped with other stuff. The joys of being an adult. It is apparently going to be 30 degrees Celsius today, and I work in an office that is like a sauna, so that is going to be absolutely fun today. So I have to scrape my hair back just as far as possible. I do have volume 35, so we are going to try and attempt to read volume 35 today. Maybe even hopefully, like I did start a little bit last night, but I literally read 3 pages. And yeah, I think the target for today is try and get volume 35 finished, hopefully, because I've got my dissertation to do as well tonight, and I'm going to the gym again. So, and then tomorrow I have got work again because I work 3 days a week, and I might be going on a ghost hunt tomorrow. It depends on how I feel, because sometimes I just don't want to do anything. But while I'm waiting for my breakfast, I'm going to try and attempt to read some of this. Hello, so I'm just sitting in my gym stuff. It's like about 7:10. I've just had some lunch. I'm gonna go to the gym about 8 because there's a football match on, so hopefully the gym will be quiet. But I want to work on chest today and just a few arm stuff anyway, so I just want to get in and out to the bit where Usopp was beat up and the money was robbed, and then Luffy's gone to beat the people, like the Frankie family. So I'd say about almost halfway through the volume. So far things aren't looking very good. Just the merry-go-rounders have to go. Oh no. So it's going to affect a lot of people. It's going to affect a lot of them. So I will be picking this up in a bit. I'll probably do a bit of reading before I actually go to the gym. And I don't know why my camera keeps unfocusing for some reason. But yeah. All I'm going to say before I go bed is wow. Wow. The fact that the merry-go is gone. Luffy and Usopp have had a major fight about the merry-go, because the merry-go is something that's so important to Usopp. I'm like, the crew is all broken and stuff, and they haven't got a ship. What's gonna happen now? I have almost finished volume 35, but it is almost midnight, and I do have work. Again in the morning, yay. But last day tomorrow, so maybe we'll get some more volumes done. But yeah, I've got about maybe about 7 pages left, so I'll finish that off in the morning and we can start volume 36 then. But yeah, I just, wow, what is going on? Good morning. Okay, so it's the 3rd day of work. Oh my gosh, I am dying. I'm so tired. Because I just have not been sleeping well. But I'm about to have breakfast, and we're gonna go ahead and finish volume 35 this morning. I have volume 36 as well. But we want to get this volume 35 finished, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get my breakfast in, and then that is the task this morning, to get this finished. Luckily it's only like 10 to, so I don't have to leave till like past, so I've got enough time. Well, that is volume 35 finished, and yeah, like I was saying last night, the stakes with Usopp fighting Luffy, like I was not expecting that. I thought it was gonna be like Nico Robin, but there is something going on because Mr. Iceberg has been shot and they think it was Nico Robin, and the Straw Hats have been blamed. So this isn't going to look good. Meanwhile, Luffy is fighting this guy called Frankie because obviously the money was stolen. But I think with everything with Usopp and the merry-go, he doesn't care, so they're just fighting. And then the foreman have showed up. But yeah, so I'm going to go and get ready for work, and hopefully we'll start volume 36 today as well. Hello, so I'm using my phone because my camera has died and I just cannot be bothered to go upstairs. But I have finished work. Well, I finished work about an hour and a half ago. I had to drop off my friend and we went to the shop to get some ice cream because it is boiling. But while I'm waiting for my tea to cook, I have my bag here because I'm going to go to this ghost hunt. I think that'll be interesting. Whether I'll stay awake for it is another question, but why don't I go ahead and start reading volume 36 while I wait for my tea? Good morning. I have just woke up. I am exhausted. It has been terrible for sleep if you can look at my eyes. But I didn't get a chance yesterday. I did not have time yesterday to do any like vlogging. I did read a couple of chapters in the morning and that is all I managed to get done. But today I have the dentist at 11:30. How I just can't get anything done that I need to do. But yeah, I'm about halfway. I'm about halfway through volume 36. I'm hoping I can play catch up tomorrow and try read a couple more volumes tomorrow, but I'm going to try and finish this today. But first, breakfast. So volume 36 is finished and wow, things have gone completely crazy. So it turns out that there's a secret organisation called CP09 that are after this weapon. That's called a Pluton, and the building plan is with Frankie. So I was wondering when there seemed to be like a lot of emphasis on him as a character. So he's got like these blueprints because he used to be like a shipwright apprentice and he was in an accident, which is probably why he's a cyborg. I imagine that was like kind of to help him heal. So it's crazy things looking up, and they were going to blame the Straw Hats for the assassination of the mayor because he didn't want to hand over the weapon. It feels like the government's the bad guy, we all know that, but like, yeah, there's just completely crazy things going on, and Luffy's just come. That's where the volume's ended, so this is completely crazy. Everything's going wrong, and it looks like Nico Robin is working with them, which I'm trying to understand why she's working with them when they're kind of the bad guys, and it's like, are they doing it? She's got to have some sort of ulterior motive. But yeah, I can't wait to pick up volume 37 and carry on this arc because I want to know what's happening. Hello, it has been crazy since yesterday morning. I went to the dentist, then I had to do some stuff, went out for like a pub quiz, and this morning I've just been trying to finish a book that I needed to read for my, I had to finish another book for my podcast because I'm meant to be the author, and then I had to do some work on my dissertation, and then I had to wrap up a video, but it is 6:20 now. I have got to pick up I am going to go ahead and pick up volume 37 because I want to get stuck in. So let's go. So quick little update before I go to bed. I have actually finished volume 37 and wow, things have got crazy. Nico Robin obviously is helping CP9. Usopp got captured by Frankie because they thought, oh, they could lure Luffy away. Luffy is trying to fight I think his name Luigi, who's like got this model of the cat cut through. He's like a massive jaguar. Like, he's massive. So there's a lot of fighting going on and they've lost. And then they've gone to attack Frankie, whose real name is Quatty Flam. And because they say he was injured because he was like one of Tom's apprentices and that he built a weapon. And then we got to look at his backstory and about how the train was built and like with this fisherman. And this is like, it's crazy. He doesn't regret helping him. This like, everything's just going mad. And it's just like, we got to see the 5 elders. It's like, the world government's not very good, are they? No, like all governments, they're not great. So yeah. And it's just ended where he's like attacking the train. So I'm guessing that the accident that he was in was because of the train. I'm guessing. Just a guess. But yeah, I am going to head to bed and I'm going to pick up volume 38 tomorrow. Alright, see you tomorrow. That was one thing I just wanted to plug. My book Heartbeats on Air is coming out September the 6th. It is available on KDP and it should be available either on Barnes & Nobles or Woodstones at some point. But yeah, this is my debut YA novel and I put a lot of hard work into it, so if you are interested in it, I would love for you to pick it up. So yeah, that's my little plug. Yeah. Good morning, it is Monday and I did not have a lot of time yesterday because I was sorting out my book stuff and I went to the gym. I just did not have time yesterday, but I read a chapter of volume 38 yesterday. Today is the final day of the challenge and yes, I've got work soon, so it's like, okay. But I'm gonna see how many chapters I can get through before I head to work, and I'm gonna try, because I haven't got anything on tonight, I'm gonna try and get to volume 40 tonight, and I think I will feel satisfied. I don't know where the arc ends, but I feel like it doesn't end for a while, so I probably might will be making a part 2 to this. So I'm quite happy that I've managed to read this arc in a week. I have got volume 39 to finish and then we're done. But what is crazy is that I'm really enjoying this arc. So far, things are looking good. So like obviously the Laguna has like crashed into the waves. Have been trying to find Luffy and Zoro, who ended up like smashed, and all of the characters have had to come together and work together to go and rescue Nico because she sacrificed herself for them, when they're like, wait, she actually really cares about them, because she's never had someone to care about and she finally has someone to care about. And not to mention like Sanji ending up on the train, and then Usopp's there, and then Frankie, and like learning the rest of Frankie's backstory. Like everything's crazy and they're on this runaway train. Things are just getting really good. I'm like really enjoying it so far. I'm like so excited. Especially as like you can just see like this heartbreak with Usopp, because he really meant something to these people, and obviously with their fallout, because he felt like he was useless, like the ship. But I haven't got a ship at the moment. I love how volume 38 also ended, obviously with Sanji beating everybody up on the train and rescuing them, and then Usopp disappears and then he's just appeared as Sniper King. Like, come on, that's clearly Usopp. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try and get volume 39 finished today, and then that is it, my challenge is done. So yeah, that is the arc finished, and somehow I've managed to do it in a week, which is surprising. And oh my god, things have just gone crazy. Like, things have just gone crazy. Like Sanji's, they're trying to rescue Robin, and Robin just keeps, like Sanji and Frankie trying to rescue Robin with Usopp, sorry, Sniper King. They're trying to rescue Robin. She just keeps saying that she doesn't want to be rescued because like threatening the people she cares about. And it's like the government is just despicable. Like, it's crazy. And it's just like, we're going to Enemy's Lobby, this like underground, like where all these criminals are kept, and it's like, I want to carry on reading. So there will be another video coming soon because I'm crazy. But yeah, I think I've read 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I think I've read about 6 volumes in total. I put the number down to how many I read because I've somehow just managed to complete the arc. As far as arc's going, I've really enjoyed this arc. I've really, really enjoyed this arc. There's just so much going on and there's so many high stakes, and we've got another arc, the Enemy's Lobby arc after this, and I'm just like, you can tell how hyped I'm getting because of how I'm speaking. I'm just like, yeah, these are kind of the arcs that people read for One Piece, and it's just making me realise how much I love reading stories and writing stories, and just like, as a creative person, it just gives me so much inspiration, because what's exciting is my next book. I've always had like an idea for a pirate book, like, and One Piece is kind of fueling that inspiration. Obviously very different from One Piece, completely different. But yeah, and I also hope one day to do my own manga if I can get any better at drawing. Not the best at it right now, but yeah. Writing, I have 16 years of experience in creative writing. Drawing, I have probably about 4 months in total, so yeah, it's all a bit crazy. But thank you for watching. I will give you a little fun fact. I am actually the same age as One Piece. Now, whether that is the manga or anime, I will let you figure that out. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and coming along with this little fun challenge. And I will be doing a new arc very soon because I want to get this box set finished. So yeah, I will see you next time.